As I walked down the hallway, the door to my left opened.
Do not respond even if the voice insists.
But after a few minutes, I felt like someone was watching me.
Wait, I didn't tell you what my nightmare was about. How did you know?
If in the middle of the night you receive a call from your best friend, answer carefully. The voice will sound exactly like her. Nervous, telling you to leave the house right now without asking questions. The first reaction may be to believe it. After all, it is someone you trust. But pay attention. The way she speaks is not the same. The sentences are short, repetitive, as if she were reading a script. And between each sentence, the silence is absolute, with no breathing, no sound at all. Do not obey, do not leave the house. Because according to those who have been through this, when you look out the window, you may see your friend outside. But there is one detail that is impossible to ignore. She should not be there at that hour. She will insist, calling your name urgently, asking you to trust her. But if you observe closely, you will notice that the movements of her mouth do not match the words. It is as if the voice were coming from somewhere else. So if this happens, hang up the phone immediately and do not open the door. Because after the call, whatever is outside already knows that you answered. And it will keep calling until you give in.
If you hear your mother's voice saying that the food is ready at 3 in the morning, do not answer at all. It's better not to know who is calling you, but be sure of one thing. It is not your mother. Follow the steps below so that nothing happens to you. First, close your bedroom door without making any noise. Second, send a message to your real mother, confirming if it's really her calling you. If there is no real response, stay in your room. Third, do not answer the call under any circumstances. Do not respond even if the voice insists, even if it sounds angry, even if it comes closer to your door trying to open it. Take a deep breath. Stay calm, just cover your ears and hide under the bed. With luck, that thing will give up and go away. Or at least that's what we hope.
I got home from college and locked myself in my room. I just wanted a little peace. About an hour later, someone knocked on my door. Yes, what is it?
Emily, remember to leave the door unlocked.
I didn't understand why. Yeah, okay, whatever. I sighed and did what she asked. I unlocked my bedroom door. 30 minutes passed. Suddenly, I heard her voice again, coming from downstairs.
Emily, dinner is ready.
I felt relieved. My stomach was already growling. Almost immediately after that, I heard a loud, sharp noise of a plate breaking. It sounded like it had been thrown or dropped hard. I got up quickly and opened the door, looking toward the stairs. Mom, are you okay? Then I heard her voice again, this time a little more aggressive.
I said dinner is ready.
Okay, I'm coming. You don't need to break things. I looked into the kitchen and the living room. I thought you said dinner was ready. Mom, where did you go? The counter was empty. Mom, there's no food here. I started to feel a strange fear, but my mother was nowhere to be seen. Where was she? That's when I noticed a note on the counter.
Emily, I won't be home until later. There's money set aside to order a pizza. With love, Mom.
It was Halloween night. As always, the streets were full of children in costumes, going door to door in search of candy.
Trick or treat?
I've always loved Halloween, maybe because of that mix of joy and the chill in your stomach that fear brings. The hours passed, the candies ran out, and the streets became empty. I decided to end the night. It was time to go to sleep. I started to drift off. That's when I heard a loud noise coming from the living room door. I took a deep breath, gathered my courage, and went to check. The living room was dark. I went to the front door, and to my relief, it was still locked. Just to be safe, I crouched down and looked through the keyhole. It must have just been a kid playing a prank. After all, it was still Halloween. Those kids can be a handful.
It was late afternoon. I was in the kitchen washing dishes when I heard my mother's voice coming from the backyard.
Honey, come here just a minute.
I looked out the window, didn't see anything, but I answered, "I'm coming, Mom!" I kept rinsing a plate when she called again, this time closer.
Come on, hurry up!
I dropped everything and went. The backyard door was open. I went outside and started looking around. "Mom, where are you?" Silence. I walked through the entire backyard, but found nothing. "Stop playing around, Mom. Where are you?" I went all the way around and didn't find anyone. I started to feel kind of silly for running out like that. I went back inside the house and then my heart froze. My mother was on the couch sleeping deeply. She has always slept so heavily that not even thunder wakes her. And I know she never talks in her sleep. If my mother was sleeping the whole time, who was it that called me into the backyard?
Claire, I'm gonna work. I'll be back in the morning.
Okay, Dad. See you tomorrow.
I have my keys, so don't open the door for anyone.
2 hours later, someone knocks on the door.
Hello, who's there?
Hi, Claire, it's Dad. Open up so I can come in.
You were supposed to be at work all night. Why did you come back so early?
I wasn't feeling very well. They sent me home.
But you told me you were taking your keys. Aren't they with you, Dad?
No, Claire, they're not with me. I lost them at work.
Claire goes to the door and is about to open it, but she feels something strange, a bad feeling.
If you want to come in, you'll have to use your keys.
Open the door and let me in now.
She runs and hides under the blankets on the bed. The next morning, her father wakes her up.
Dad, is that you? Why were you acting like that last night?
What do you mean? I was at work.
You were at the door asking me to let you in.
Claire, I didn't come home last night, but I found this note on the front door.
Do you close your closet before going to sleep? I always close mine because they say bad things come out of them at night. And I always checked before going to bed, especially because there were some strange dolls inside my closet. They were bizarre. I never understood why they were there. I just accepted it and everything was fine. Until one night I forgot to close my closet, and whether by coincidence or not, I was having a terrible night's sleep. So I woke up and looked into my closet. The moment I looked, the dolls moved. I didn't know what to do. That never happened before. So I ran to my mom's room. When I got there, I didn't know what to say. "Mom, the doll in my closet moved." She didn't answer me. "Mom?" She still didn't answer. So I decided to go into her room. And that's when I remembered she was away on a work trip. So I was home alone. I thought it would be better to face the dolls. Until...
Hi, sweetheart. What do you want?
My mom answered me.
I always liked the backyard of my house, especially the trampoline. It was my favorite place in the world. But my mom, she never let me stay there after the sun went down.
When it gets dark, come inside, Maddie.
She said that every day, but she never explained why. That night, she went out to have dinner at a friend's house, and I saw my chance. At first, everything was fine, but after a few minutes, I felt like someone was watching me.
Maddie, come inside now.
But my mom wasn't home, right? Or was she? When I started walking toward the door, I heard footsteps behind me. Heavy footsteps, running. I ran too. Went inside and locked the door. I called for my mom. She didn't answer me. Then I looked for her in the bathroom, in the pantry, in her bedroom, but I didn't find her.
Mom, are you home?
I'm still here at Daisy's house, sweetheart. Why?
But you called me just now.
No, dear. It must have been your imagination. I'll be back in 10 minutes, okay?
Then I heard loud banging on the front door, like someone was desperate to get in. But I didn't go there. I went back to the backyard, maybe to try to forget, but that's when I saw, next to the tree, a figure standing there watching me.
Maddie, open the door, sweetheart. I forgot my key.
I ran to the door. It was my mom's voice. She said she didn't have the key, that I should open it.
Mom, you won't believe what happened. There was someone...
Shh. I know, sweetheart. I saw everything.
I was in the tree.
It was getting late and scary that night. There I was playing Roblox in my bedroom. Suddenly I heard my mom calling me from downstairs.
Ashley, dinner is on the table.
I'm coming, Mom!
As I walked down the hallway, the door to my left opened. And before I could do anything, something pulled me inside.
Mom, why did you do that?
Shh. Stay quiet. That thing down there isn't me. There's someone else in this house. Your father isn't answering the phone. Sweetie, why didn't you come to Mommy?
I found you.
I have always been a scared kitty. I never slept with my foot hanging off the bed, and the blanket was my shield against the monsters. And to make things worse, I always had many nightmares, and I always called my mom. But this day was different.
Hi, sweetheart, it's me. You can take the blanket off your head.
Jeez, I had a horrible nightmare.
I know, sweetheart, but don't worry. The monster won't get you anymore.
That was really weird. Wait, I didn't tell you what my nightmare was about. How did you know there was a monster? This was all getting bizarre. But everything only got worse when my mom shouted from her bedroom.
Hi, sweetheart. Sorry for the delay. I'm coming there now.
Who are you?
You should have stayed under the blanket.